It's PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. As tonight, we welcome you to the Evergreen State for tonight's matchup with the Base Hill Bullies and the Seattle Reign. And the opening tip is won by the Bullies down the floor with Herrera. He'll have to kick it out, and Base Hill will set up their offense with Link up top. Now to the high post. Back out to Link, a deep three off the back rim. And the Bullies come up empty on their first possession. A whistle in the backcourt just as the Reign were getting ready to bring it up the floor. The Bullies wearing the whiter uniforms with the green numbers. And the Reign with the black trunks and the grayer jersey tops tonight as they move right to left across your dial here to begin. There's a three-pointer left side, and that's good. The Reign get on the board first. These two teams met last month. It was a 20-point victory for the Bullies, and Seattle really struggled from distance in that game. They shot just 13% from distance, making 5 of their 39 three-point tries. They shot plenty. They did not make enough. And they lost 97-77 last month as the Bullies won the first go-round. But here in the rematch, the Reign begin with the triple from beyond the arc. They hope to have a better shooting performance tonight. Here come the Reign in transition off the turnover. And the shot banked in on the fast break. Seattle with the quick 5-0 burst to begin in the opening minute tonight. Bullies working on the perimeter against the man defense of Seattle. Corner three, and that's good. Eric Sheave gets the Bullies on the board. He has made more than half of his three-pointers this year, the 6'10 forward who can step out and hit it from distance. And the Bullies on the board with their three-pointers. The shot's no good for Davis on the other end for Seattle. Link will try his luck again from downtown. This time he buries it. Link with the three-pointer. And the Bullies are in front for the first time. 2 minutes gone by. Nice bounce pass in the lane. Layup couldn't be finished by Davis. Gets his own miss. And now a rejection for the Bullies. Good block by Brandon Adams. And a missed opportunity there for Seattle on the offensive end. Link now fakes the three. Pick and roll with Adams. And a whistle down low as Adams is going up with the shot, drew the foul. Brandon Adams just turned 26 years old 2 days ago. Plays a lot bigger than 6'3", which is what he's listed as on the roster. And he's been fantastic this year for the Bullies. He's been their leading scorer, averaging 22 points a game. Steps to the line for the first time tonight. And Adams is on the board. He's a 68% free throw shooter this year. And that's where he gets the scoring started this evening. Adams makes them both. So Seattle started with the first 5 points tonight. The Bullies have responded with an 8-0 run. There's a circus shot in the lane that's kissed in by Lavelle Smith. A tough basket for the 6'2 guard who was playing in Canada professionally a year ago. And that ends the scoring drought for Seattle, snapping that 8-0 run for the Bullies. Base Hill will inbound after the kick basketball. The Bullies are 2-4 this year, coming off a pair of losses. Seattle 1-2 this season, coming off a win. Second matchup between these two squads here in 2022. And the Bullies with that victory last month, 97-77, in the opening game of the year for these squads. An issue over at the scores table, delaying the inbounds. And now the Bullies work it in. Shot blocked. Adams gets the shot rejected at the rack. And on the other end, layup also altered by the Bullies. The two teams exchange blocks, but Seattle there to clean up their own miss. So the Reign move back in front. Adams showing his range. Can't hit the triple. And the Bullies are one and done. Cole gives it off. Sets a screen. Deep three on the pull-up. Clanks off the glass. Wasn't close for McMahon. Now the Bullies go down low for Adams. Gets his man in the air and draws the foul with the use of the pump fake. Brandon Adams will go back to the line. He made both foul shots earlier in the quarter for his first points of the night. Adams had a great night first time around against Seattle. Went for 31 points, making 10 of 14 shot attempts. And he misses the front, around the front of the rim in the first free throw. Adams trying to gift himself a pleasant evening a couple of days after a birthday earlier this week. And he gets the second to bounce in. 3 free throws in the first quarter for Adams. Smith shakes his way to the foul line. The pull-up, he drains it. Link gets a screen. Passes it off. Three-pointer off the mark for Sheev. And now Sheev with the steal on the defensive end. Up ahead to Adams, all alone for the slam. And Adams with 5 first-quarter points. He has as many points just about as the rest of the team combined for Base Hill. Mid-range, pull-up, too strong. Second chance for Seattle. Drive and a kick. And the three-pointer is drained for Smith. Coming off a game in which he scored 21 points, despite missing 8 of 9 from beyond the arc. And the former Buffalo State product hits the triple. As down low again for Adams with contact on the shot attempt. And Adams will go back to the line for the third time already. Philip Davis picks up the personal, and Brandon Adams returns to the charity striper. He's been making a living tonight. Base Hill, a good shooting team from really anywhere on the floor. The Bullies this year are shooting over 40% from distance. And as a team, they're shooting 70% from the line. In fact, 72% to be exact. As Adams hits another. So the Bullies have been a good shooting team. They average over 90 points a game offensively. At 97 in the win last month against Seattle. And they're led by this man, Brandon Adams, with his 22 points per game. He hits both foul shots. And he has 7 points in the first quarter, just about midway through. One possession game. And the Reign are going to turn it over. A bounce pass with a little too much velocity from Damian Fulp that skipped right out of bounds with a turnover. And it'll take us to a timeout. A one-possession game midway through the first quarter. You're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Out of the timeout. Link will bring it ahead for Base Hill. Gets a screen. Now bounces to the screener. Adams has to kick it out, and his pass is airmailed out of bounds. Tough pass down low to Adams, and that threw the whole possession out of whack for the Bullies. So both teams exchanged turnovers on bad passes with a timeout sandwiched in between. And Seattle gets the ball back. The Reign with a much shorter bench, fewer options. Only 8 guys available according to the roster for this one. Base Hill with a much deeper bench. Corner 3. Good. Seattle making it rain from distance in the first quarter. Shooting it much better from distance than they've been used to this year. Going to work is Sheaf. Turnaround no good. Gets his own miss. Second effort. Also off the mark. Picks up the rebound. Third shot, no, but a whistle. The 6'10 forward working hard inside, and he'll be rewarded with some free throw attempts after 3 shot attempts on the possession. Played at well-known Chaminade for his college ball. And the 6'10 forward, he has scored exactly 17 points in each of his first 2 games with the Bullies. Second free throw, no good. Chaminade in Hawaii. And well known for when they knocked off Virginia 40 years ago. Well before the time of Eric Sheave there at school. Putback try, no good. And third effort goes for Seattle. Both teams doing good on the offensive glass in the first quarter, and the Reign add on to the lead. Turnaround shot for Sheave, short. He's cold here in the opening stanza. Has gotten off to a really good start this PBA season, but not tonight. As an and one on the other end for Seattle. The finish with the foul. Philip Davis with the nice find. And the opportunity for a potential three-point play for the Reign. Free throw's good, and the lead's been pushed to 9 for Seattle. Largest lead tonight. A few weeks after the Reign lost by 20 against these Bullies. Now a steal for Seattle. Davis with the interception and then turns it over. Open 3 for Williams, well off the mark. Rebound loose down low. It goes out of bounds off Seattle, and the Bullies will keep it. Williams in the game for the first time. Couldn't connect from distance. Coming off a game in which he scored 21 points last time out for the Bullies. Base Hill will inbound, needing a bucket as they trail by almost double digits. The lead has ballooned on them. Link puts it on the deck, passes out for the 3 off the front rim. Tip up, no. Third effort, good for the Bullies. Bullying their way inside. And they get back on the board as they trail by 7 late in the first quarter. Pull up 3. Rims off. Rebound being swatted around. It's corralled by the Reign, and they get the putback to go. Now a turnover for the Bullies as Adams couldn't handle the pass. Pass in the lane, deflected. Wound up in the hands of Brown, fortunately, for Seattle. And it leads to another triple. A timeout necessary for the Bullies as Seattle's shooting it well from distance tonight, and they have pushed their lead to 11 in the opening quarter. You're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Out of the timeout, the Bullies hoping that they just halted the momentum of Seattle. And maybe some of that hot shooting as well here in the first quarter. Base Hill with the turnover immediately out of the timeout. And it leads to the slam on the other end for the Reign. A 13-point lead for Seattle. Link for three. Off the side iron. Rebound ripped away by Traps. Down low, Adams finishes with the foul. Brandon Adams doing all he can for the Bullies here in the opening quarter. And that play kept alive by Devin Traps, who did not play in the first matchup with Seattle. This is just his second game with the Bullies. And already making an impact off the bench here tonight in the first quarter. Free throw for Adams. And it's a three-point play. Boy, was that needed for the Bullies. Trim that deficit as they now trail by 10 as we head towards the final minute of the opening quarter. Now Traps with a near steal. Players on the floor, and looks like it'll be a tie-up and a jump ball. Should jump it up. Let's see, the officials are sorting things out. Looked like they called a jump ball. Exactly 1 minute left in the opening quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Seattle. And the officials sorting out who it should actually be leaping for the jump ball from each side. Tip swatted in the backcourt. It's going to be picked up by Williams. So the Bullies get possession, and they turn it right back. Oh, momentarily, as Traps gets it back. Adams in the lane, finagling to the rim. Reverse good, but I think he stepped on the baseline. They'll call off the bucket. It was a nice move by Brandon Adams, but he first stepped out of bounds. No basket, and it's still a 10-point Seattle lead. Final minute, first quarter. Three-pointer rims in and out for Seattle. They get their own rebound. A lot of offensive rebounds in the first quarter from each side. Open look for Brown. He splashes it through. First points this year for Antonio Brown as he gets in on the three-point party. And it's quite the first quarter for Seattle offensively tonight. They'll have one more chance here late in the quarter after the Bully turnover. The Reign can hold it out for the last shot if they choose. Seattle looking to add on to their lead, heading to the second quarter. Up by double digits here in the final seconds. And they'll hold out for one last shot. Three-pointer with the whistle. And a foul on the three-point try for Seattle. A cardinal sin committed by the Bullies. Not only fouling a three-point jump shooter, but also one late in the quarter. So 3 foul shots upcoming in the final seconds of the first. And the first one's no good. Granberry gets the second. He makes 1 out of 3. Final seconds. Here's Adams to beat the buzzer. The leaner. No good. And that'll do it for the opening quarter between Base Hill and Seattle. The Reign have opened up a double-digit lead 1 quarter in. As you're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891.
Welcome to tonight's presentation of the Pro Basketball Association. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
Start of the second quarter in a 10-point game. Seattle will begin with the basketball and the double-digit lead. They start with the three-point try. That's short, rebounded by the Bullies. Runner in the lane with contact. An offensive foul called against Devin Traps. And the Bullies will turn it over on their first possession. It's been a bit of a struggle for them offensively tonight. They had an 8-0 run early on to take their initial lead, but the Reign have been much more effective offensively tonight as they've led for the majority of this one. Scored the first two baskets of the game. Able to take on the Bullies' initial burst of offense. And have been pretty relentless on this end of the floor, especially from distance. Clock issue being sorted out over at the scores table. They get the clock situated, and Granberry will get it in. Attempted give and go there, leading to almost a turnover for Seattle. Now they reset with Granberry up top. Creates some space, can't hit the pull-up. And Williams with the rebound for Base Hill. Moss goes inside. Nice little spin to the baseline, but Williams couldn't hit the turnaround. Davis in transition, flips it over his head and draws the foul. Philip Davis will head to the line. Davis led the team in rebounds last time out. 7 points, 13 rebounds for Davis. 6'5" forward, originally from North Carolina. Played his college ball in that area from Asheville. And now playing out here for Seattle as he hits the first free throw. Second one rims out. Seattle this year as a team, they shoot 71% from the line, so typically a pretty good free throw shooting team. As Davis makes 1 out of 2. Traps turns it over. Stolen away by Seattle. Here's Davis with the lay-in, assisted by Fulp. And Seattle just keeps pouring it on the Bullies. Ball knocked out of the hands of Moss and out of bounds, so the Bullies keep possession. Whistles just as they were trying to get it inbounded. More issues over at the scores table. So a little work on the clock issue before we get back to basketball. With Base Hill inbounding. They've trailed for the majority of this game and certainly recently have trailed by double digits for quite a while. Bullies trying to get into a flow offensively. Been a struggle for them on this side of the court. Here's Moss with the pull-up. And the three short late whistle. They're going to get a foul on the shot. And Robert Moss will head to the line for 3 attempts. Damian Fulp called for the foul as he pleads his case with one of the officials. One of those late whistle situations. You wait to see the outcome of the shot attempt before you call the foul. Did look odd coming out of Moss's hands. As his arm was slapped as he was shooting that three-pointer, so Moss steps to the line. And the first is good. 6'3" swing man from St. Catherine, where he played his college ball as the second free throws off the back rim. Moss missed 6 of 7 three-point tries last game. This time around gets fouled on the attempt and makes 2 out of 3 from the line. Now for the Bullies, who have struggled offensively, to be able to get some points from the line is certainly quite the help. 2 threes on the possession missed by Granberry for Seattle. Pick and roll, but the pass intercepted by Seattle. Smith with the steal, trying to go coast to coast. He turns it right back, and it's going to lead to an easy lay-in for Williams on the other end for the Bullies. So in the end, it all works out for Base Hill. Corner three is off the mark, rebounded by Seattle. And a foul on the putback try that will send Davis to the line. Oh, pardon me, that's actually Krishan Cole who was fouled on the putback try. Cole will head to the line for the first time. Cole cashes in from the line. It's an 18-point lead for Seattle. Herrera gets past his man, drives to the rack, initiates contact, and finishes off the window. Nice take by Juan Herrera. And whistles on the other end as Lavelle Smith was making his way into the painted area. Or I guess on this court, the non-painted area. The rest of the inside of the arc painted here at Orting. Granberry passes it off. Fulp in the lane. Little scoop shot. Good with contact and one for Damian Fulp. And the Bullies just put their hands in the air. They can't believe it. That's the way it's gone tonight for the Rain, even with fouls. Whenever they're throwing up towards the rim, have found the bottom of the net. And the foul shots continue to pile up here in the quarter for Seattle as Fulp heads to the line for the potential three-point play. He sticks it. And the Rain push their lead towards 20. Legal screen called against the Bullies. Brandon Adams with the offensive foul on the moving pick. And Base Hill turns it back over. An issue with the shot clock. So Seattle will have to re-inbound. Fulp calling the play. Gets a pair of screens to choose from. And gives it off to Smith. Pull-up three from distance is short. Rebounded by Seattle. Now Fulp tries his luck from downtown, and he knocks it down. Damian Fulp from well beyond the arc piles on for Seattle. Fulp missed 6 of his last 7 three-point tries. Got that one to go as the tiered trap doesn't fall for Eric Sheave on the other end. It's been a lid on the basket for the Bullies tonight. Seattle turns it over, and they steal it right back with Smith. Smith! Couldn't finish at the rim, but there to clean it up is Cole. Runner too strong off the window. Adams foul on the putback, and he'll go back to the line. Adams with more foul shots than the rest of his team combined tonight. And so he'll head back to the stripe for 2 more. This has been the best offense for the Bullies tonight. They have struggled to tally up the points. But have been able to take advantage of their free throw opportunities, especially this man, Brandon Adams. A 68% foul shooter this season. Doing even better so far tonight from the line. And he keeps it going. Adams makes them both. And then we'll check out of the game for Base Hill. Your leading scorer on the season and tonight as well so far here in the first half. He's got almost half of their points so far. Just about midway through the second quarter. Still the sizable lead for Seattle. Pull-up three is short for Smith. And a foul on the rebound. Herrera was fouled as he was corralling the rebound for Base Hill, so the Bullies will have it. Herrera running the offense, gets a screen. Down the lane, shot too wild off the window. And another three for Seattle. When it rains, it pours for the Bullies tonight as Seattle's pouring them in from distance. And a foul called as Herrera has another good take to the rack. Timeout on the floor following the foul. The Reign still leading midway through the second quarter. You're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Herrera misses the first free throw following the timeout. Missed them both. And Seattle turns it over, trying to move too quickly down the floor. They threw it away. Herrera, who just missed those two foul shots, gives it off now. Link. Skip pass to the corner. Pull up mid-range, banged through by Shi. Now the Bullies with some needed stops on the defensive end. Floater in the lane, airballed by Granberry. And the Bullies will try to piece together a couple of consecutive buckets. Herrera with the near turnover. Sheev picks it up. Turnaround, good. Nice mid-range jumper for the big guy. And he has back-to-back buckets for the Bullies as they climb a little bit closer here late in the first half. Base Hill thought they forced the turnover. Now the officials are going to talk about it. And it looks like they'll change the call. It's a Seattle turnover after all. So the Bullies will get the ball back. Debating their way to the whistle. Chance for Base Hill to go on a little bit of a run to try to get back in this one. Herrera banks in the shot. And it looks like an and one for Juan Herrera, who's taking over and putting the team on his back here late in the second quarter. Thought he may have gotten away with steps when the whistle came. Thought maybe they get him for a travel. Instead, it's an and one for Herrera. But he misses the foul shot. 3 missed free throws for Herrera. Link with the offensive rebound. Now Link for 3. Rebounded by Herrera. And Herrera continues to pour him in. Nice quarter off the bench for Juan Herrera. Started the game and then really hadn't seen him for a while. But back in there off the bench here in this second quarter, he is trying to will the Bullies back in this one. Granberry misses the 3, and Smith with the rebound. Smith turns it over, and an easy lay-in for Seattle. A huge blunder there for the Bullies. Just a careless pass in the backcourt by Smith after he got the rebound. A warning on Antonio Brown for illegal defense. And the bench is trying to sort things out. They're claiming there is no warning. It should just be a violation and free throws on the first call. That's what Base Hill believes and hopes for. He's called against Antonio Brown for Seattle. The officials referring to Seattle as the white team, even though Base Hill's jerseys are the whiter shade. And so now this will be sorted out. The head coaches from each side are brought together there at midcourt. And the situation will be explained by one of the officials. And Base Hill making their case that there is no warning. It should just be a technical and foul shots for the Bullies. They trail by 21, so certainly could use the foul shots here late in the second quarter. The two coaches continue the conversation at midcourt. And now the officials getting together. And it looks like everyone's on the same page. The Bullies will inbound. Three-pointer, good. Herrera with another bucket in the second quarter. Herrera's keeping Base Hill in this game single-handedly here late in the first half. Step back three off the mark for Fulp. And rebounded by Smith. Final 2 minutes of the second quarter. Deep three on the pull-up, rims in and out for Smith. He's still scoreless on the year for the Bullies. Seattle adds on. Now a turnover. Herrera throws it away, trying to go to Smith in the corner. The Bullies turn it over. Brown. Working into the lane. Little scoop shot goes. Antonio Brown entered this one without any points this year. But gets the bucket there for Seattle. Herrera uses the fake to drive past his man, and pass is stolen away. Oh, a pretty behind-the-back pass for the lay-in. Nice assist and bucket for Seattle there. And the Bullies will turn it over again. Sloppy play from Base Hill throughout tonight. Meanwhile, Seattle with highlights on the way to some buckets. Another clock issue here late in the second quarter. Final 30 seconds of the first half. It's a 22-point lead for Seattle. And a chance to add on here before intermission. We'll adjust the clocks first. Seattle will let the clock run. Now they try to attack. And they'll turn it over on the baseline. Brown couldn't get there in time. So a bad possession there for Seattle. Last chance now for Base Hill before halftime. Deep three for Link. Rims in and out. Rebounded by Seattle. Another chance for the Reign. Three-pointer. Airballed by Granberry. That'll do it for the first half. And the Reign will take a 22-point lead with them into the locker room midway through. They're up 60-38 at the break over Base Hill as you're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891.
When I came home from prison in 2001, I had a tough time finding a job. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? When you get to that part of the application, your heart starts beating fast, your hands become sweaty. It doesn't matter your education or work experience. That's gonna be the determining factor.
What up, man? What up with you?
What's up with you?
Nothing, man.
How you get it, man?
Regular military, kind of
Inside. I would fill out an application and they tell me that they're not hiring, but they got now hiring signs on the window.
Did that make you go back to doing some of the things that you were doing before?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they force you to.
Set up. Right?
It's like set up. It's systematically set up for you to have to go back. I was 3 years old when the U.S. Marshals came, beat down the door, and got my dad. Maybe like 5 the second time. I just kept asking my mom, like, yo, where's my dad? Where's he at? He would tell my grandmother, I'm not trying to do that no more. I'm trying to get my life right.
What up, boy? What's up with you, boy? Good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Being a barber changed my dad. being able to have a community that he can turn to when he needed something, that helped him a lot.
That was a hard moment for me last year.
All those ups and downs that you've been through, to look at you now, I'm so proud of you. I'm happy to call you my dad, man.
What you just said right there is what it was all about. Everything that I've done was for that. Now I can retire. So I can retire now. Old man still got it.
Ooh, now that look good, man.
Whoa, personal foul.
What the feezy?
You can't use a beard trimmer below the 50-yard line. This is the waterproof lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped.
What's the difference?
It's got new skin-safe technology to help reduce cuts and nicks. It's powerful, yet gentle, just like me.
Dog, I appreciate you.
Boop.
Hey, watch out. I'm not ticklish.
Get yours at manscaped.com.
Welcome to tonight's presentation of the Pro Basketball Association. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
Start of the second half in a 22-point game. Lorraine with the basketball first. Here to begin the third quarter and the lead as well. And we begin with an illegal screen set up top for Seattle as they turn it over immediately. Had a few of those tonight from each side. So Herrera, who had an excellent second quarter, scoring the basketball for the Bullies. Will run the offense here in the second half for Base Hill. Two sides switching directions. So the Bullies work here in the half court to our left in the second half, and a nice reverse layup good for Brandon Adams. The leading scorer for the Bullies this year, and Adams gets the scoring started here in the third quarter. Davis steps into a three but can't hit it. And Herrera, the smallest guy on the floor with the rebound. Adams from distance airballs the three. A crazy shot attempt in the lane from Smith prompts the whistle. And so Lavelle Smith heads to the line for two. No, it looks like they're going to call it on the floor. And so Seattle will have to inbound instead in their half court. Lorraine with the rare sleeves on the uniform tops. T-shirt style jerseys. As the three-pointer's no good for Smith. Herrera attacks. Gets to the rack, couldn't finish. A foul on the rebound. Herrera's going to go to the line. They called the foul on the shot attempt, despite the late whistle. And so Herrera at the line for a pair. Rims off on the first. This is the area in which he struggled tonight. He has not been good from the free throw line. For Base Hill, it's been a lot of Herrera tonight and Brandon Adams on the offensive end and not much else. Big reason why Base Hill finds himself down by 20 here in the second half. Second free throw good. Driving a kick for Davis. And the three-pointer is good. Seattle continues to knock it down from distance. Adams gets a man on his back, finishes anyways. We'll see if they count the bucket. That's been the three-point play for Base Hill tonight. Seattle has hit a lot of the new school three-pointers from beyond the arc. Base Hill a lot of and ones. However, they're going to say this was on the floor before the basket. And so Base Hill will have to inbound. They go right back to Adams. Squares up to the 10. More whistles come. But this time it's going to be a Bully turnover. So nothing doing. This time down for Base Hill. And Seattle gets it back, still up 20 here in the third quarter. The Reign lost by 20 against the Bullies in the first matchup last month, now trying to return the favor as they're the ones who lead by 20. Good ball movement from the Reign. Three-pointer doesn't go, however. And the rebound caroms all the way to the bench out of bounds. And after some initial confusion, they will say out of bounds off of Seattle. Base Hill hurries in the front court. Nice little spin in the lane, and the bank shot goes for Shee. He's had a handful of buckets tonight as he approaches double figures. Now Herrera with the steal on the inbounds, and he's fouled on the layup try. Herrera's been very active tonight on both ends of the floor. And he'll head right back to the line. Herrera, one of the smaller guys on the floor, has been getting the majority of the foul shots here lately. Very aggressive and good at getting to the rim. But hasn't been able to cash in enough at the free throw stripe, as he does hit the first here. Bullies average over 90 points a game on offense. Been a little sluggish tonight. The free throw line has really been their best friend. It's been more of a crawl offensively for them, as they have trailed for almost the entirety of this one. They're down by 16 after the Herrera free throws. Three-pointer no good for Seattle. They're one and done on the possession. Here comes Herrera again, trying to make something happen. And a whistle as he was lobbing it in the lane for Adams. That's been the 1-2 punch for Base Hill. Herrera and Adams with a little bit of Eric Sheave mixed in there as well. Bullies will inbound in their half court. Inbounded to Herrera up top. Link inside to the cutting Adams, who kisses it in. Nice passes from the Bullies. They're down 14 as they creep back in this one. Bolt with the drive and the kick. Davis bangs another three. And the Reign just keep knocking them down from beyond the arc. As Seattle almost comes away with the steal, but they lost it out of bounds. Last time these two played, the Reign were just 5 out of 39 from downtown. 13%. As Adams gets hacked from behind on the shot attempt off the inbounds play, and we'll go back to the free throw line once more. That was the big difference in the game when these two first played. Seattle shot 13% from beyond the arc, and the Bullies shot 42% from beyond the arc, making more than twice as many threes as Seattle in the 20-point win. Well, tonight it's been a little role reversal from three-point range, hence the difference on the scoreboard as well. As Adams makes both, and it's a 15-point game with 6.5 to go in the third. A little backcourt pressure applied by the Bullies. Three-pointer for Granberry off the back iron. And rebounded by Sheev. Inside for Adams. Goes up with the hook, can't get it to go, and it's cleared out by Seattle. Open from distance, Fultz can't connect. Herrera with the rebound for Base Hill. Sheev from distance. Bang! 10th three-pointer of the year for the big guy. And it's a 12-point game as the Bullies work their way closer. Just about midway through the third quarter. The Bullies starting to heat up offensively as the elbow jump is short for Granberry. And the Rain have gone a little bit cold here in the second half. Foul on the runner, and more free throws for Base Hill. Open three. That's good. Another triple for Seattle. On the other end, a deep three for Link comes up short. And it's one and done for the Bullies. Lead back up to 15 for the Rain. They can add on even more. And they do with another three. Back-to-back triples for Seattle as they continue to pour them in from distance. And just like that, it's back up to an 18-point game. Adams' pass into a crowd leads to a whistle. And this should take us to a timeout. The lead back up to 18 for Seattle as they have led for almost the entirety of this one. You're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891.
Welcome to tonight's presentation of the Pro Basketball Association. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
Out of the timeout. Base Hill with the basketball, down 18. And a shot clock violation on the Bullies. They never got a shot off. They were unaware that the shot clock was winding down, even coming out of a timeout. And a careless turnover for the Bullies. Our first shot clock violation of the night. Pull up three, short for Granberry. Deep rebound for the Bullies. Here's Moss in transition. Layup doesn't go. And then the rebound knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by Devin Traps for the Bullies. So a missed opportunity for Base Hill on that possession. And Seattle with a chance to get their lead back to 20. Hope with the cross-court pass to Granberry. Now to a cutter in the lane, and the lay-in good for Cole. And the lead back up to 20 for Seattle. Pass deflected out of bounds. Herrera's pass almost stolen, but the Bullies will inbound it. Brandon Adams will check back in for the Bullies. And Herrera will actually come out. So some more size on the floor for Base Hill. And the layup no good off the inbounds, but another one of those late whistles that will lead to Marshawn Williams heading to the stripe. So the Bullies caught Seattle napping a little bit on the inbounds play, getting it inside for Williams, who drew the foul. And he'll head to the line. Originally from the Chicago area, Williams played at Fort Scott Community College. As he misses the first foul shot. Went 9 out of 10 from the free throw line last time out. Scoring 21 points for Base Hill. A little bit quieter tonight for Williams. And he makes the second free throw. It's a 19-point game as we head towards the final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Seattle has led for almost the entirety of this game. The Bullies' last lead, I believe, was 8-5 early on in the first quarter. Smith is off the mark on his floater in the lane. Base Hill gets it across. Go to Williams on the block. Nice feed, and the lay-in for Sheev. A pretty pass from Williams from one block to the other. Make it a 17-point game. And a foul call with the bucket. They're going to count the and one for Seattle on that floater. Three-point play for the Reign. We've had quite a few of those tonight, just mostly from beyond the arc. It's a 20-point lead once again for Seattle. Williams in the short corner. Another nice pass to the baseline for Sheev. Has to use the dribble this time, and looks like they're calling defensive 3 seconds, I believe. Against Seattle, it appears. And so Eric Sheev will head to the free throw line, and the officials, again, will sort this out. Sheev misses the first. Crowd getting into it for Seattle as they lead by 20. Spanks in the teardrop in the paint. Maybe not exactly how he drew it up, but Seattle gets mossed nonetheless on the bucket there. Williams skying high for the rebound. Fires it up ahead to the open Adams, who lays it in. Back-to-back buckets for the Bullies to get within 16. And a timeout on the floor with 100 seconds left in the third. You're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Final 100 seconds of the third quarter after the timeout. From well beyond the arc, this three-pointer's no good. And Williams fouled on the rebound. There's Sean Cole with the personal. So a chance for the Bullies to go on a little bit of a run here. Corner jumper short for Shee. And a jump ball on the rebound. Second one of those tonight. And some issues on the jump ball. We've had to have quite a few conferences over at the scores table. Throughout this one tonight. It's a 16-point game with 1:15 left in the third. And let's do the jump ball once again as it's won by the Bullies. And Adams, who got knocked to the floor and turns it over. Fulp working his way in the lane. And a whistle on the runner. They're going to call a travel on Damian Fulp to turn it over. Moss goes inside to Williams. Running hook shot, good. Like Magic Johnson in the finals 35 years ago. And the Bullies continue to creep a little bit closer here late in the third quarter. Smith on the step back. Airballs the three right into the lap of Williams. Final 30 seconds, third quarter. Williams crossing in the lane. Scoop shot, rims off, and a foul on the rebound. So they'll send Williams to the line for free throws. And the first is off the back iron. Well, Williams makes that one and has another. So he ends up making 2 after all. And the Bullies are the closest they have been in quite some time as they trail by 12 in the final seconds of the third. They're just down 20 not too long ago, but a little bit of a run here for the Bullies, now needing a stop late in the third quarter. And the 3, no good at the buzzer for Seattle. And the Bullies get closer in the third quarter. We head to the fourth. It's a 12-point lead for Seattle as you're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Start of the fourth quarter, and immediately a turnover off the inbounds. Smith with the steal and the lay-in, and that's huge for Seattle. The Bullies whittled down the game to a 12-point deficit, but immediately Seattle with that basket to begin the fourth quarter to get it back to 14, and now a foul on the other end. Devin Traps with that careless pass that was stolen away by Smith, and that's a punch in the gut to begin the fourth. Both free throws good, so Base Hill does get the points back. And they trail by 12 in the opening moments of the fourth. They're going to come with a little pressure on the defensive end, and they're going to get a steal out of it. Traps with the theft. The runner in the lane, short for Sheave. Put back. And a whistle on the shot attempt for Adams. And I think they're going to get a jump ball, so Adams will jump it up for Base Hill. And the tip stolen away by Smith. Another nice play for him here in the fourth. Now on the offensive end, Smith looks to go to work. Pounding the rock. Into the corner he goes and gives it off. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound. Swatted out of bounds. But it'll stay right here with Seattle. Off the inbounds play, a late whistle after the missed layup. And so free throws forthcoming for Seattle as they lead by 12 in the opening minute of this fourth quarter. Offensive rebound for Seattle. Three-point try for Davis, short. Rebounded again by the Rain. And the runner's good. Nice possession for Seattle. 3-point possession, and also used up some extra clock in the process as well. They're up by 15. And cutting in a little bit closer is Williams on the layup to get it back to 13. Smith taking on the whole team, draws a foul on his way in the lane. Looks like they're going to call it on the floor before he started the process of the shot attempt. And so Seattle will inbound with a 13-point lead, 90 seconds into the fourth. Fulp, Smith. Pass couldn't be handled inside by Davis, but it still works out for Seattle. Now they keep possession. Fulp on the pull-up from the elbow's good. The lead back to 15. Fulp played at Corbin. And now here at the Reign, as he scored 14 points last time out. Has had another good performance tonight for Seattle, the 6'2 guard. And the three-pointer. Good for Sheev. His third three of the night. It's a 12-point game. Pull-up jumper from the foul line. No good for Smith. An opportunity here for the Bullies to get it to single digits for the first time in a while, as they almost turn it over. Bullies trail by 12, 7:24 left in the fourth. Turnaround jumper, good for Sheev, who has back-to-back baskets. And it's a 10-point game as we head towards the final 7 of this one. Bullies have played much better in the second half. Trying to dig their way out of that early hole from this one. Smith with the near turnover. Instead, it leads to a layup for Davis to beat the horn of the shot clock. Back-breaking there for Base Hill. Williams trying to split a double team, and he gets fouled. As Base Hill will inbound it down by 12, almost midway through the fourth quarter. We'll have a timeout on the floor. It's a 12-point game here in the fourth quarter as you're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Out of the timeout, again, a chance for Base Hill to get it back to single digits. They'll try it on the three for Sheev. That's off the mark. And a foul on the rebound. So a chance there to get it under 10 for the first time in a while. But Sheev couldn't knock down the triple. And so the Reign will get it back up by 12. Here with about 6.5 to play. And a foul at the top of the key. They're going to call, I think, an offensive foul against Seattle. Damian Fulp whistled for the clear out. Here's another chance to get it in single digits, but the three no good. Adams had the rebound and then lost it out of bounds for Base Hill. So we've been stuck here on this 12-point deficit for the Bullies. And now the Reign with another chance to try to add on. And they will with the corner three to push it back to 15. More threes for the Reign. Pull-up jumper is short. And Seattle with the ball up by 15. Less than 6 to play. Fulp will slow things down a little bit. Shot clock heads to single digits. Little pick and roll, and the layup good for the Reign. And they push it back to 17. Sheave. This time airballs the three out of bounds. The uphill climb maybe a little too steep here for the Bullies after digging themselves such a deep hole. They were down by more than 20. Got it back to within 12. Missed out on a couple of opportunities to get within single digits. And now the Reign with a chance to get it back to a 20-point lead on a three ball. Instead, they'll go right to the rack for the lay-in and make it a 19-point game. Fulp with the lay-in there. Less than 5 to play. Williams with the drive and the kick. Teardrop, short. Tip up, good for the Bullies. Now Base Hill needing some stops to try to get back into this one. Running out of time. They're down 17 with 4.5 to play. Step back, air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Back over to the Bullies. Timeout on the floor. Final 4:24 for the Bullies to try to make a run. Seattle's up 17 as you're watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891. Shave pull-up jumper from the elbow. Out of the timeout. Can't get it to go. And Base Hill running out of time late in this one. Drive and a kick. Three-pointer too long for Granberry. Three ball. Knocked through by Williams. It's a 14-point game with less than 4 to play. A little pressure being put on by the Bullies defensively. Seattle slows it up a tad in the front court. Fulp off a screen. Step back three. Off the back rim. Rebound is snagged by Adams for Base Hill. Foul on the runner. And free throws upcoming for the Bullies. 3:19 to go in a 14-point game, and an opportunity for the Bullies to cut into that deficit here at the clock stop late in this one. Seattle looking for just their second win of the year. And the Bullies trying to snap a little bit of a losing streak here of late, but running out of time. Seattle also looking to avenge the 20-point loss against the Bullies last month, as both free throws are good for Base Hill. And it's a 12-point game. Still plenty of time for the Bullies if they can get some stops. Seattle has been very good on the offensive end tonight, especially from distance. Brown thought about the three, instead gives it off. And the three-pointer no good from the left end of the floor with a foul on the rebound. Cole called for the foul on the rebound. And so here's another chance for Base Hill to get it back to single digits with a potential three ball here late in this one with 3 minutes and change left in the fourth. Like the horn sounded, the shot clock. Almost sounded like the shot clock horn sounded as the play was unfolding. Base Hill ended up throwing it away, but after the horn sounded, so they had to halt play. They'll put 16 on the shot clock, sort things out at the scores table, and Base Hill will inbound in the half court. We've had a few clock malfunctions tonight. It's a 12-point game, 2:39 to go. The Bullies put the basketball down by a dozen. And they'll turn it over. Adams couldn't handle a low pass. Every chance the Bullies have had to get within 12, they have not cashed in on. Rain working around the horn. Shot clock to single digits. Nice feed in the lane, but the shot altered by Adams. We head to the final 2 minutes. Williams in the paint. Shot altered and almost went in anyways, rimmed off as it rolled the cylinder. Herrera with the steal for the Bullies. Nice touch pass from Williams over to Adams, who's fouled, and he'll go to the line with 1:49 to go. So the Bullies won't go away quietly as they trail by 12. Adams heading to the line for a pair of free throws. It's a 10-point game in the final 2 minutes after Adams made the foul shots. Seattle will play a little keep away here late in this one, letting the shot clock run. Three-pointer good from the corner. And there's your dagger as the Reign get it back to 13 with less than 90 seconds to go. Oh, the Bullies respond with a three of their own and get it back to 10. Now in transition, a foul at the 10. That will send Seattle to the line as Williams tried to challenge the shot at the rim. Thought he had a clean block, instead a foul called with 1:13 to go in a 10-point game. First one's no good. That's the second to go. It's an 11-point game. Williams for three. Air ball. So Reign with the basketball up 11, heading to the final minute. Coast to coast, but unable to finish the finger roll is Smith. And Williams has the rebound for the Bullies. Herrera for three. Off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Seattle. Under a minute to go. It's an 11-point lead for the Reign. Alley-oop, but unable to be handled. Now Adams misses the three. Rebounded by the Bullies. Second chance for Adams. Same spot, same result. Missed them both. Third shot of the possession. Good, as the three-pointer was flipped up and in. Too little, too late, though, for the Bullies. It's an 8-point game. Less than 20 seconds to play. The Reign will dribble out the clock. And after Seattle lost by 20 last month against the Bullies, They pay back some revenge with the 8-point win tonight. The Rain will hold on and beat the Bullies tonight, 97-89. As Seattle gets back to 500 at 2-2, the Base Hill Bullies lose another one, dropping to 2-5. And the Rain victorious tonight as they led for the majority of this one, and they hold on for the double-digit win. Seattle with the win tonight. You've been watching PBA basketball on Triangle Media, presented by 1891.